What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here, as always, on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am the Renegade JJ Williams, your host, and today I'm going to be discussing about quite possibly the most classic film that there is to heavily feature a wrestler, none other than The Princess Bride from 1987, starring Cary Elwes, Robin Wright, Mandy Patinkin, Chris Sarandon, Wallace Shawn, Andre the Giant, Fred Savage, Peter Falk, and Billy Crystal. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again on another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And like I said at the top, you've got your They Lives. You've got your No Holds Barred. But is there really any movie out there that is as classic as The Princess Bride to feature or star a wrestler? I highly doubt it. And if you can come up with one, I doubt you can come up with one of the same caliber of film as The Princess Bride, because The Princess Bride is just a tremendous movie all the way around. Our movie takes place in the fictional kingdom of Florin, and is basically, it's a story that a grandfather is telling to his sick grandson. And the film that we see is basically the story being acted out. Our main characters are a beautiful farm girl by the name of Buttercup and her loyal farmhand by the name of Wesley. And she never calls him Wesley. Buttercup never addresses him by his name throughout the entire beginning. She only refers to him as Farm Boy. And no matter what Buttercup asks of him, he always responds with the three same words: as you wish. Eventually, Buttercup realizes that Wesley loves her, and she too has feelings for Wesley. One day, Wesley sets off to try to earn his fortune so that he can return and marry Buttercup. But his ship is attacked by the Dread Pirate Roberts, and the Dread Pirate Roberts is notorious for leaving 0 survivors. So once the news returns to Buttercup about Wesley being attacked, he's presumed dead. We now fast forward 5 years, and Buttercup is betrothed to Prince Humperdinck, who is the heir to the throne of Florin. But before the wedding can be held, she's kidnapped by Vizzini and his henchmen, Fezzik and Inigo Montoya. Fezzik, of course, is Andre the Giant. Now, Inigo, he's in it for revenge. He is on the hunt for a six-fingered man who killed his father. And their boat is under pursuit by the man in black, as well as Humperdinck and his soldiers, because they want to get their bride back. The man in black is able to catch up with Vizzini and his crew atop the cliffs of insanity, where Inigo Montoya is waiting for him. And the two have an epic duel. It's a classic sword fight, to the point where they earn each other's respect. Neither man wants to kill the other man because they are such a good adversary. So the man in black knocks Inigo Montoya unconscious instead of killing him. He then catches up to Fezzik, and they begin a hand-to-hand fight. And the man in black is able to choke Fezzik out, which in of itself seems like a WTF moment, because Fezzik is Andre the Giant. He's this huge monster of a man. But even Fezzik points out that the way you fight an army of men is different from the way you fight a man one-on-one. And one-on-one, he was able to be bested. Lastly, he has a battle of wits with Vizzini, as Buttercup sits there blindfolded. And the man in black poisons 2 glasses of wine. He then tries to get Vizzini to pick which one is poisoned. He ends up tricking him because, like I said, both glasses are poisoned, but the man in black has built up a tolerance to the poison, so he doesn't die, whereas Vizzini is now dead. The man in black takes Buttercup and they run off. And they stop near a gorge to rest, and Buttercup guesses that the man in black is the Dread Pirate Roberts. And the man in black confirms that, yes, I am the Dread Pirate Roberts. Well, who killed Wesley? The Dread Pirate Roberts. So she pushes him down a hill, wishing death upon him. And as the man in black tumbles down the hill, he screams out, "As you wish." Buttercup then realizes that the man in black is in fact her Wesley, and she tumbles down the hill after him. Once she gets to the bottom of the hill herself, the two embrace. Wesley then tells Buttercup that the name Dread Pirate Roberts is just a moniker. It's a name that's passed down from person to person to person. He is not the original Dread Pirate Roberts. The man that he got the name from was not the original Dread Pirate Roberts, nor was the man that he had gotten the name from. He assumed the name of Dread Pirate Roberts so that the last man could retire. And now that he's reunited with his Buttercup, he needs to pass the name along so that he can retire from being that name. But the existence of Dread Pirate Roberts will still be out there, continuing to add more lore to this prestigious moniker. They pass through the fire swamp, and Humperdinck is able to catch them as they emerge from the other end. Buttercup agrees to return home with Humperdinck if she promises to not hurt Wesley, to release him. Of course, Humperdinck wants his bride back, so he agrees and makes the promise to her. He then orders his vizier, Count Rugen, to take Wesley to his torture chamber, the Pit of Despair. And before Wesley can be knocked out, he realizes that Count Rugen has 6 fingers on his right hand. The same thing that Inigo is looking for. 6-fingered man on his right hand. Humperdinck's plan is to start a war with Gilder by killing Buttercup and framing that country for doing it. Inigo and Fezzik reunite when Humperdinck orders them to be arrested. And Fezzik tells Inigo about Rugen and the fact that he is the six-fingered man. They decide they need to find Wesley in order to help storm and enter the castle. Buttercup chastises Humperdinck for not looking for Wesley, not trying to find her love. And Humperdinck gets furious. He imprisons Buttercup and begins to torture Wesley, almost to the point of death. Inigo and Fezzik follow the screams of Wesley through the forest, and they find his body and take it to Miracle Max, hoping that he can save his life. Now, Max used to be, like a miracle man, a potion man for Humperdinck and his family. But Humperdinck fired him. So now Miracle Max wants revenge on Humperdinck as well for embarrassing him and tainting his name. Max works his magic, and he's able to heal Wesley, but he's still very limp. He's debilitated. He'll get his motion back and his movement back, but it's going to take him some time. Wesley, Inigo, and Fezzik storm the castle, infiltrate it, and Humperdinck panics and orders the preacher to speed up the ceremony. Inigo and Rugen end up engaging in a duel, and after Inigo continuously taunts him with his quote, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." Over and over and over, Inigo is saying this, getting him to lose his sensibilities. Inigo can kill him. Wesley finds Buttercup, and she's on the verge of committing suicide. She believes that she is now married to Humperdinck. But Wesley tells her that the marriage is not valid because she never said, "I do." Wesley is able to bluff his way out of dueling with Humperdinck because he hasn't fully gotten his merits back about himself, and him and Buttercup flee the castle. Inigo wonders what to do with his life now that he's killed the six-fingered man who killed his father. So Wesley bestows onto Inigo Montoya the title of Dread Pirate Roberts. Inigo accepts this with honor. Fezzik goes and gets horses for the four of them, and he, Inigo, Buttercup, and Wesley all ride off. Buttercup and Wesley share a passionate kiss, and back in the grandson's bedroom, the boy asks his grandfather if he'll read the story to him again the following day, to which the grandfather replies, "As you wish." Again, is there really a more classic film starring, heavily featuring a wrestler than The Princess Bride? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. I highly encourage that because this might be one of the biggest debates that we have, at least for this month, on the channel. My personal opinion, when it comes to The Princess Bride, it gets 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it is by and far one of the best movies, if not the best, to feature a professional wrestler in the maiden cast. Not a bit part, not a cameo. Andre is hired to be one of Vizzini's heavies. But as you watch Andre, he's such the gentle giant that everybody knows and loves him for. You knew he was going to become a good guy in the end. Just the smile on his face as he interacts with Buttercup and Inigo and Wesley. He couldn't stay the villain for long, or a villain for long. It just wasn't going to happen. Make sure you guys get out there on social media. Get those hashtags trending for me. Hashtag Casa D18 Studios. Hashtag Renegades Reviews. Hashtag Renegade Returns. And of course, the ever popular hashtag Shenanigans.
We interrupt this episode of Renegades Reviews for an important announcement about
merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money's made.
Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all the t-shirts you see here from the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham himself. You can get shirts for the Jeff Meacham Network, Talk Wrestling, as well as the red and gold Meachamania shirts. And while you're there, don't forget to get your shirts of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood, the Dads on Wrestling shirt, the Renegade JJ Williams, Statboy Sports Bar, and the hashtag StatBoyApproved shirt. Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network and score your shirts today.
Make sure you get out there. Do what the commercial just told you. Go to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network. Get you your official Jeff Meacham Network logo shirt. Get you your Talk Wrestling shirts, your Meachamania shirts, your Renegade JJ Williams shirt, your Dad's Not Always on Wrestling shirt, and so much more. Tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, when I will bring you yet another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. Make sure you join me as I discuss from 2013, The Package, starring Stone Cold Steve Austin and Dolph Lundgren. Definitely going to want to check that one out, see how that one goes. Thank you guys for watching, as always. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave your comments in the comment box below regarding The Princess Bride. Might even read one of them on this month's episode of Renegade Recap on March 30th. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you next time.